Guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of some new things that I picked up. I've got the new Becca palette, the new Anastasia palette. We're just going to have a bit of a makeup play today. I'm going to be using some Bobbi Brown, some old favourites, hopefully some new favourites. I've got the new Charles Morphe brushes. We'll be using some of those, and we're just going to get straight into it. I'm going to be using the new Morphe sponge. I've never used this one before. I'm a bit biased. I am a base maker fan by Monorock. I'm just going to go wet this and I'll be right back. Straight off the bat, this feels so firm. Hopefully this works because it feels really, really strong. I don't like it. It's not bouncy at all. Normally I use the Touch or Silk Canvas, but always up for something different. This feels really, really like hard. It's not very soft at all. I do like the idea of the wedge because it really gets under there. Maybe if I bake, that might feel kind of nice. So I just try and bring it all the way up to the hairline. Now I'm just going to go in with foundation. I've never used the NARS Sheer Glow, really late to the party. It's already dirty, so we'll wait and see how that goes. I'm going to use it in shade Barcelona, which is medium 4. It's going to be way too dark for me, but we'll make it work. I've got some concealers and some other things. So I'm just applying this with the sponge. This is a really nice foundation. It's like thin, but it's got a lot of coverage. I really like this edge, it's really nice. Bring it up under the eyes. I don't bring it up too far under the eyes because I find that the SPF in foundation often makes my eyes water quite a lot. And I put a lot of concealer there anyway. So I think I definitely went in way too much. Good thing about sponges is if you use too much product, you can pick up a lot of it. So it doesn't ever look cakey with a sponge. I just always got myself into habit not to use sponges because freelancing and doing makeup, I was always using makeup brushes. I'm just going to go in with the Morphe M439 brush. I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit because I went in a little bit more generously in some areas, and I find that the sponge, it's really hard to sort of blend out. I don't know if it's me or if it's that sponge. So I might need to have a little bit more time with that. Just gone back in with my sponge. It's really hard. All I can hear is like, can you guys hear that? So now I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've used this a little bit, not much. I haven't really used it much on myself. I've used it playing around on my clients. But I picked up a couple of shades just to have at home and just get to know. So I picked up light and light medium sand. I'm sort of in between like bad tan and like being pale because summer's ending now and it's really cold in Melbourne at the moment. I did get the Fenty one the other day. Love that. That's good. So I'm just going to go in with this one now. I don't really have a particular technique I like to use. I sort of like buff and then I swirl. But ultimately you just want to blend this in. Now I'm just going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm so happy this is back. It's been gone for too long. I'm so happy that Mecca has brought this back. I cannot do my makeup without this powder. I've tried so many. Like the Huda Beauty one I've started using, and this one is just in the shade Banana Bird. This is good. It has an interesting smell. It's the Morphe E48 brush. I'm just going to sort of put this under my eyes. I was not very nice to my eyes when I was younger and I would always tug them around. I used to pretty much wear drag makeup. I tell a lot of people that. So I'm not really the biggest fan of like baking and leaving the powder there. Now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to bronze and blusher. And I'm just going in with the brand new Chloe and Malika Becca palette. I have wanted this for so long. I love Chloe. My mum and I have always watched Chloe. My mum says I'm a lot like Chloe. So when she did a collab with one of my favourite makeup brands, I had to buy it. The packaging is so luxurious. That's what you want. And then I'm just going to show you guys. So you got all of the shade names here. So you've got Glow Up, which is the highlighter. You got Fierce, which is the blush. Fabulosity. Ooh, I just butchered that. Cocoa Bronze. Count me in. I want a Cocoa Bronze. But just zooming in on this one now. Oh my god! That looks beautiful. And that bronzer is the perfect color. It's not too red, it's not too orange, it's not too sparkly. So I'm just going to go in with one of the two. I'm going to go with the bronzer first actually. Go in with the bronzer. And I'm just using the Morphe E4 brush. I'm just picking up a little bit of this. A little bit with Becca powder goes a long way. So I'm just going to tap this out a little bit. And I'm just going to start bronzing. So smooth. I'm just going to put this on the apples of the cheeks. A lot of people are petrified of blush, but I find that blush is way more flattering. It's a natural tone. My rule of thumb on myself is whatever I put here. I love putting up here as well, and a little bit here as well. And I always put blush on my nose. So I'm just going to buff this in. So now, because I'm extra, I'm going to go in with a bit more bronzer. I'm just going to use the MAC Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. So my assistant was using this on the weekend and she says it's really good. So, and again, just tapping that out. My mirror. And I find that this gets such a beautiful diffused bronze look. So I'm going to start there before I go too far. So I've just gone and done my bronzer and I'm just going to go in with this. Is a bit of a shameful plug, but I'm going in with the Makeup Workshop Champs-Élysées Loose Highlighter. This is our brand new loose highlighter. It is the perfect gold. So whether you're tanned, whether you're deeper, whether you're quite pale, it is the perfect product. Best thing about it being a loose product is it's so versatile. So to highlight, I'm just going to use the Morphe M501 brush. This is the most incredible highlighting brush. I use this all the time on my Instagram and people are always like, what brush are you using to highlight? It is this one. So I'm just going to go in now. Isn't that just like amazing? Having a moment. Yes. I'm just going to bring this up on the forehead as well. Oh, looking in the monitor down here, and it's like, I'm so excited that this is back. It was sold out for so long. It came out with our Christmas collection actually, and we had such a good response that we made it as part of the permanent collection, and now we just can't keep it in. So I'm going to try and put a discount code below for you guys, so if you want to pick up the highlighter as well. This is really great as well if you've got dry skin, we've got oily skin, because it's a mineral highlighter. When I grew up I wanted to be a midwife, and realistically I've become a disco ball. My mum would be so proud. This is always the stage when I'm doing my clients' makeup. They always get like really frightened because I put a lot on the lip, but then I just got to reassure them that all the products can go on there. Oof. Love that. So now I'm going to go in with my brows. Oh, it's the one thing I get asked all the time is, what are you using your brows? And the truth is, I literally 99.9% of the time I've got foil fix in my brows, and that is it. But when I do fill them in, and because I'm going out after this, I use the Runway Room. Use the Runway Room brow dust. It's so dirty. This has a resin in it, so it's really great. So when you put it against, I brush it against the brow, it sticks to the skin. The one brush I am going to use today that isn't a Morphe brush is I'm going to use my OG Makeup Weapons brush, and this is the double-ended brow brush, and this is the 1.10 brush. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of powder, tapping off. So I try and keep little product in the front, but I try and draw a tail with this. I'm going to go in with our Foil Fix, which is like our hero product. I just brought a bag of stuff with me to the studio today because I didn't know what look we'd be doing, and I didn't even know what palette I'd be using. So I've just got a heap of glitters in here. I've got the Foil Fix at the very bottom. So the Foil Fix is really cool because it's aloe based, so it doesn't have any alcohol in it, and aloe vera is proven to be like a hair growth. This is Foil Fix. So it comes in like a lip gloss wand. You've got a mirror on the back. Oh, has a light in it. As I go straight in, and I pick up some product, helps the brows stick. It's really long wearing as well. I find I use a lot of brow soaps on my clients and I'm struggling to find the right one. I started using this one day because clients are always telling me different ways that they're using their Foil Fix, and it's so universal. It has no fragrance in it. So I've just turned the lights off. The light up wand, how groovy is that? Yes, I'm just gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape again. Definitely need to do a Foil Fix tutorial soon. I don't know what eyeshadow we're going to be doing today. So now I'm just going to go in with setting powder. I'm going to set the concealer in place. I've been using this a lot to set my eyelids. I don't know why I use two different powders. So I'm just going in with the Beauty setting baking powder, easy bake, loose baking and setting powder. That is a mouthful. Honestly, this is not the right shade for me. It never was. It was never going to be. Banana bread, and it's my favorite food. And I love this net. Banana bread. That is so cool. Hello. I'm so excited for eyeshadow. Now we're going to go in with the new Anastasia Riviera palette. I love the shade names. I love the colours. If I could pick one Anastasia palette, which I thought was the Modern Renaissance palette, that can go straight outside now. I love the attention to detail, the goth foil. And on the back, you've just got the product breakdown, all the ingredients. Like a lot of palettes nowadays, like the James Charles palette, like the blood sugar palette, it's got the pressed pigments in here that are not necessarily eye safe, but just to be cautious of if you're using it around your eye area and you are sensitive. So just gonna open up here. Love uni cartons. I actually didn't get to swatch this in the store to get the Becca palette, and I didn't know if this one was out yet. I sort of had seen swatches online. A few of my friends have received it in PR. I'm just going to, it feels quite like rough. Like, I feel like a beach bag or an umbrella, and then you've got the gold. This is the first time I'm opening this. Oh, so I'm just going to, every Anastasia palette, I'm just going to get rid of the protective. You get a brush. Immediately, I love these. These are like gemstone colors, like, oof. Thank you, that's amazing. So I'm not really sure what colors I'm gonna go in with today. Immediately my eyes go to Bahamas. I wore pink eyeshadow, I think on Friday night, and I still had it on Sunday. It stained my lids. I really want to wear Harvard loose glitter tonight, so I might do the pink, or I definitely love the color layout, and I love that there's a white in this one. This one doesn't have as much kick up as Subculture did, so that'll be really interesting first impression. So I'm just going to go in with my Morphe M441 brush. I'm going to go in with the color Sails first. That has quite a bit of pick up. I find that the white in the James Charles palette doesn't really pick up much at all. I'm going to go in with the shade Coastline. This is a stunning color. I love this. Such a soft, like, apricot-y orange transition color. All palettes are like looking the same now. Like, you've either got like your, it's like you've got the Be Perfect palette, the James Charles palette, you've got your Blood Sugar palette, which is like my favorite. And this palette sort of like, it goes over the two, which is really nice. You sort of get a bit of everything. You can create like everyday looks, and you can also do like colorful looks. So I really like that. I like that they've actually thought about, you know, every occasion. And this formula is amazing. Into the shade called Monte Carlo, and I'm just going to put this, the darker the colors, the less I'm going to bring them into the inner corner. So I'm just going to diffuse this on the outer corner a little bit. I find that this is the best technique for my eye shape. On my clients, I can bring a lot of darker colors further in, but my eyes are very unsymmetrical and quite hooded, so I can't really bring darker. I sort of put this into my eyelid and I sort of wiggle back and forth. Next shade I'm going to go in with is Bahamas. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe M433 brush, a smaller tapered blending brush. And I might pick up Estate, just like a light apricot color. Go in with a little bit more of Bahamas. I just want to bring the pink up a little bit further, but I'm going to go in with that sparkly pink shade. It didn't really pick up much with the brush, so I'm just going to go in with like my index finger. I'm not really cutting a crease out, I'm just sort of putting this all over the lid as like a diffused. To get my glitter bag, I think the colour I'm going to go in with, I'm just going to go with Harvard, which is one of the loose glitters from the makeup workshop. So it's like a real bubblegum pink. And these bags are going to be coming soon as well. So we're going to do a lot more like bundles, which is really cool. So my favourite brush to go in with to apply glitter is always a fluffy brush, because I find if you go in with like a flat shader, instead of it applying the glitter and packing the glitter on, it sort of moves the adhesive underneath. I'm going to show you guys how to apply a foil fix. I get the foil fix wand. So what I like to do is I like to just put the product on the back of my hand. I'm just going to swatch it for you. So I'm just going to grab a brush on the back of a brush, and I'm just going to pick up some glitter, and it's just going to encapsulate the glitter glue. And I sort of tap off, because everyone goes, how do you not get fallout on your face without using shadow shields? And I have shadow shields down here, but if I can avoid it, so I just want to tap off as much glitter as I can. And then imagine this is your eye. You just want to go in and apply it straight like that, and that is literally how you apply it. So you don't need to apply it straight to your eyelid. It works best when it's mixing together whilst you're applying it to the eyelid. So less is more with glitter. The less you use, the more it's going to reflect off itself. I always say this to people, the more you use, the more foiled it's going to be. Duh. So like if you wanted to pat it down, it's just going to bounce off the light. So you can see that there, how it's bouncing. Rather than there, it looks more like a pigment. So it's completely up to you how you want to wear it. Foil fix is made to be so versatile. So I'm just going to go in again. I'm going to take my foil fix, and I'm just going to apply it to the back of my hand, and I'm just going to put a fair bit there, just because I'm going to have a little play. So I've just got some right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. My fluffy brush, which is the Morphe M456 brush, which is that tapered brush. It's so stained already. But we're going to pick up that foil fix. So it's on the back of our brush. I'm going to pick up some loose glitter again and show you how to apply it best. So I find if you're stretching your eyelid down like so and looking into a mirror, I'm just going to go straight in. And with glitter, the rule of thumb is always work higher up the lid than what you would with a normal eyeshadow, because glitter by default always wants to transfer. So if you give it room to move, it's going to look the same the whole night. So, and then what I pat it out, and it's just like that. And it's dry now. Like that looks incredible. You can see that, like I can see that in the monitor. Oh my goodness. I think Harvard is probably one of my favorite colors I've ever created to date. And that is why. Look at it. I'm just gonna repeat that again, and I'll be right back. Good thing with glitter is if your eyeshadow look is not going to plan, just put glitter on it and it's all solved. I love this. Now I'm going to go in with some eyelashes. Don't know what lashes I'm going to use. So I'm just going to slide these ones out any minute now. Wiggle them into place with my finger. Ooh. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm just going to use my favourite lip gloss. I can't go anywhere out of the house without this lip gloss. It is the Liquid Silk Gloss by Model Rock Lashes. I find that this is a full opacity gloss. It smells so yummy. So this is the finished look. I love how it turned out. The blushes and the bronzers are definitely a new favourite. I'm going to go and purchase the other one. I loved the Tarte Shape Tape. Definitely going to keep using that. Probably going to invest in more for my kit now that I've used it properly. The Anastasia Riviera palette. I love this. The pinks, the shimmers are incredible. And the mattes are beautiful. They blend really smoothly. There's this. Overall, this is a really beautiful palette. I definitely will recommend this to a lot of my clients. The NARS Sheer Glow, loved this. This is amazing. Definitely, again, I'm going to go and invest in a lot more shades of this face base. I love this. I have only used this once before when I got a sample of it. Thank you so much for coming and having a play with me today with all of new makeup and some old favorites. I definitely had a lot of fun. I love this look. I love Harvard. Literally could go bathe in this glitter. But if you have any ideas of video suggestions, please list them down below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit that bell button. And I will see ya in the next one.